Now, in the last video, we talked all about why it is so necessary to develop and to strengthen one's certainty as a fundamental of one's studies in order to gain greater heights. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about how we're going to do this. Now, this strategy I used over and over again in my life, really just subconsciously and intuitively, I shall rather say. And it worked very well. And I would like you to try it at least. And I'm sure it will also work for you. The basic formula is very simple. Subconsciously, I convinced myself of doing something by creating certainty from things which I could do and which were similar in nature, but perhaps more difficult in intensity, so that I wouldn't give up on plan A, but I only gained the necessary strength to finally execute plan A. What? Yeah, precisely. Let me explain. Let me give a few examples as an illustration. For example, when I attended meditation courses in the past, I usually had very weak samadhi, meaning concentration. In order to improve this, I, among other things, I served on courses, meaning I helped on courses, because one can attend courses, but one can also serve as a Dhamma server, and help in the kitchen, help in the management, and so on. And in this way, I could serve, but also on a superficially level, be concentrated and equanimous, for example, while doing kitchen work. When attending 10 days retreats was still too long for me, it was really like 10 days was super long for me to participate. After 2 courses attended and giving service on another, I served on a very long course, meaning a 45 days course, by offering my service, which then was much easier. Afterwards, it was much easier for me to attend these shorter, like these 10-day retreats. This is like, again, this is another example. Or if I gave presentations in the past in my university career. So because I'm quite introverted, I'm very good with analytical things, but putting myself out or like forward and putting myself in front of people was at the beginning very difficult. So I gave the presentation over and over again to fellow students and friends, and in order to get feedback, in order to improve, in order to get more practice in my work. And sometimes 6 to 8 times I give the presentation as a preparation for the actual presentation. And once I gave the presentation, then in the class, I was much more fluent, much more eloquent. I was very much structured. I had already the feedback. I already cleaned up my presentation, my arguments beforehand, and I was very firm in what I was saying. Moreover, in reading semester papers, like these were so difficult at the beginning because all your capabilities come together in this like 10 to 12 pages of paper in the beginning. Later on in the master, they become more longer. They become like 20 pages or so. And this would majorly overwhelm me. So I attended basically all the writing workshops I could do, and sent also the paper to my fellow students and to my colleagues, and got their feedback and also read their semester papers in return in order to get a better understanding and immerse myself how one can write semester papers, how can one write good and very good semester papers, and to get really a good feeling like for this. And moreover, another thing is when in school, when like back in school, when they were like still like giving me nightmares, like the A-levels examinations, like the 12th grade. After being through this quite traumatic experience, I attended many meditation courses, and then even in order to, first of all, like one of the things was of course my spiritual development, most important, but also I had secondary factors which like improve my concentration and go deeper also later at some stage in my studies. And I moreover attended like a 3 months Pali intensive course and a 2 months Pali Hindi course in India. And with these things, I gained then the necessary strength, and I could also create the certainty in my mind, hey, cool, I can do these language studies for like 3 or 2 months intensively without any interruptions, and it goes very well. I got very good results, and with this, I'm very much prepared for the actual university studies. So this made me realize that I can endure the intensity and the stress of attending university, even with underdeveloped skills initially. To be continued, but if you have any questions and comments, drop them down below. You know what to do, just drop them down below. And if you found this video helpful, then smash the like button right now. If you didn't, rest assured, they got a button for this too. In either case, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video when I put one out. All right, guys, I will see you soon.